video goes out to all the people who are like, well, Cardo, how is it fake if my grandfather died from it, or I don't know, whatever the case is. Oh no, because my cousin died from it, or I've got people in the hospitals that are sick and they tested positive for it. And when these people tell me this shit like off break, I can't really defend myself. Why? Because it's a lengthy, oh my god. It's a long reply. So, so what I want to say now is this. I don't know. There's so many. I'm trying to figure out like how to, like where's a good place to start it. I guess a good place to start it is this. The test that they're testing people with, alright, have already admitted that there's an 80% inaccuracy when it comes to testing people, which means today you can test positive, tomorrow you can test negative, the next day you can test negative, and a few hours later you can probably test positive. And that's just... Sorry, I got hair flying all over the place. Not used to... I'm trying to wear my hair down, but it's so annoying. I come into every lady out there who's got long hair. I don't know how you do it on a daily basis without putting a hat on or putting it up or something. But either way, so the test is inaccurate. All right, we'll start there. From what I understand, that they have yet to actually purify a sample of the actual VIRUS. And that apparently is like one of the first things you're supposed to do, because in your sample you're going to have all other types of debris, or debris of whatever they want to, whatever the lingo is. And you don't want that to interfere with anything, So, off books, that's a fucking dub. That you know what I'm saying? Like that shit don't fucking make no sense. And then second off is this: every place that they had mass positives and mass deaths, like for instance Italy. Apparently Italy is not all of it, but where it was at is more of a, not a dirtier place, but I guess that's the only way to say it. And I don't remember exactly what the insult was as far as to these people's bodies, but whatever it was enough to mess with a lot of people. And that's another thing too, is that we've all got to, literally, as much as this heart, there's a rainbow. That's fucking cool as shit. Of course I can't turn my video around. Great. Well, fuck it. But we've all got to unlearn the fact that we were lied to as far as how people get sick and what actually getting sick is. You can't catch a virus. Why? Because a virus is a soap. It's a solvent. It takes care of the toxicity that's in your body. Alright? And that's all it does. It's not some rogue fucking demon that's lurking on every countertop and flying through the air and it's out to kill you. That's not true. Like, we all need to come to the agreement that that's not true anymore, or it never was true, but we just didn't understand it because, you know, like all of us, we just blindly believe other people because they have quote unquote pieces of paper that are called credentials, and we're just supposed to believe them. So, I guess with that being said, all of us go through somewhat of a cycle of cleansing, and the government has now used that to their advantage, all right? And they deem it as a outbreak, and then they also deem it to where they say, oh, well, it's going to come back every summer or every whatever. But what they're not telling you is that these people are always going to show these type of symptoms because their body is going through a cleansing. When you quote unquote get sick, your body is almost all the way through the process of cleansing, but what you're feeling, that pain and that sickness and yada yada yada, is your body has already rounded up all the toxicity or toxic shit that it could, and is now excreting it from your body, which is either sneezing, peeing, diarrhea, you know, whatever symptoms you have. You know what I'm saying? And also, the symptoms that you have also pertain to where the toxicity or the toxic shit is. Say, oh, come on. But either way, people are going to get sick, what they call sick, year round. Why? Because it's a natural thing that happens. Oh, also, what we've also been lied to about is that, okay, you come down with, you know, a nasty flu and your body temperature's out of whack, and you know you're sick to all hell and yada yada yada. So what they have taught us to, or brainwashed us into thinking is the right thing, is to take antibiotics and take this and take that and take all that. Like Diddy said, take that. And to alleviate the pain and the, you know, the symptoms or whatever. But what people don't understand is that when you do that to your body, you're actually making it worse, because think about it. It's like your body is literally doing something that it's naturally meant to do to get toxins out. But you're going to take some, and yeah, granted, it is uncomfortable, don't get me wrong. But, so you're going to take something that's going to suppress all those quote-unquote symptoms, or however you want to word it, and pretty much get rid of all those symptoms of your body getting rid of the toxins. And from what I understand, what happens after that, after, you know, decades and decades of of suppressing these symptoms, it causes cancer. You know, it causes organ damage. It causes psychological damage. You know, all types of damage. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I guess somebody could argue and say, well, you know, what would happen if you know, we just allow these people to go through the process and they end up dying? Well, my whole thing is this, is that there's other ways around that type of situation other than just, you know, getting rid of their symptoms, I guess. There, you know, you could figure out a natural way with food to get them to feel better. There's breathing techniques that you can do to make people feel better. I mean, I'm just generally speaking, you know. I'm not specifically talking about do this and do that and it'll fix this whole pandemic, this plandemic bullshit we got going on. No, I'm not saying that. Why? Because I don't have the answers. I don't have all the answers. But there's just other ways around it, you know. You don't necessarily have to let the person just sweat it out, for lack of better words. You know, you want to help aid them into recovery, but not necessarily suppress everything that your body is trying to do to get rid of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, some fucking idiots on my ass. Go fucking go somewhere, you fucking cunt. Bitch. What else? So, okay, so, like I said, that whole thing with understanding about how viruses work and yada, 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 get that concrete into your head. Another thing would be, that a lot of people who have died didn't die of any virus. These people, I want to say 9 times out of 10, came in because they had flu-like symptoms or pneumonia symptoms or anything. They just didn't feel good. And maybe they were having trouble breathing. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know every patient that, you know, came into every fucking hospital. But these doctors would, I guess, I don't know if the right word's misdiagnose or what, but they, for instance, they would be having a hard time breathing, so they would slap a fucking ventilator, you know, and when it was the wrong thing to do, you know. And like I said, guys, I'm just generally speaking, I'm not speaking from any personal patients or anything like that. I'm just giving you scenarios to make you understand, like, what exactly is going on. So these people that didn't necessarily need a ventilator get put on a ventilator, and it ultimately attributes to their demise because it destroyed their fucking lungs, you know. And that was with a ton of people, apparently. No, I don't know who. No, I don't know how many. But apparently that's what happened to a lot of people. Alright? Not to mention, all of these people, even if they haven't been tested, alright, and are assumed to be a C-19 patient, alright, they're not allowed to have any visitors. Their family can't even come help them. Their family can't bring them anything. The family can't consult with a doctor because they're not allowed in there. You know, so what happens if this dude's 97 years old, he's on his fucking deathbed, alright? He's, you know, sick out of his mind, incoherent, you know, obviously ain't thinking straight. He's 97 years old, you know, and on top of being deathly ill, you know, not to mention he probably has some other type of underlying ailment that, or disease or whatever, which could be anything, you know. So some of these doctors are like, oh, hey, look, we got this new experimental drug that, you know, we think is gonna help, you know. Here, sign for this paper so we can put you on it. And, you know, and the first thing that somebody's gonna do on their deathbed, and somebody says, oh, we got this new thing that it's probably gonna help. Oh, you're probably gonna go for it, you know. When ultimately it's probably gonna make things worse, and then boom, you end up dying. You know, there's another scenario. You know, there's a million other scenarios, but we're just not being told these scenarios. Why? Because most of the time when these people die, the only person that's going to be able to tell you exactly what went down is the doctor or nurse who was, you know, attending to this person. And we all know that they're being heavily suppressed, and they're being told not to say anything. And if they do say anything, they lose their job and all their credentials. So, a lot of these people who are dying are getting put C-19 on their death certificate or whatever, obituary, death certificate, obituary, whatever the fuck you call it. And it's not even true. I mean, it's I can't remember who said it, but it was almost like, man, I can't remember how they said it. It was along the lines of, I don't know, like if you are diagnosed with, I'm just gonna say AIDS, but it's a bad example, alright? And you know, you're being treated and yada yada yada, and all of a sudden you get to the point where your body's so deteriorated, whatever the case is, and I don't know, let's just say you have a stroke or you have a heart attack or something like that, and you die from it. They don't put on the ticket that he died of AIDS because he died of a heart attack. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure, I think that's how this woman explained it, or whoever it was explained it. But they're not doing that. They're being told, if he comes in with a cough, you test him positive. If he dies, no matter what he dies from, you put down C-19. Why? Because they're doing everything in their power to get the numbers up, to make it look like something's really there when it's really not there. You know, it just fucking bothers me that there's people out there who blindly fucking believe this shit. And then when you come to them and you try to explain to them what's going on, they look at you like you're fucking nuts. And I don't understand it, man. It's like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. It's like, do you believe all the guppies that are in the fucking guppy bowl with you? Or do you believe that fucking shark that's outside of the bowl telling you what's good for your life. You know? I know that's a terrible analogy or whatever, but you get what I'm saying. Why are you looking at the very people who are in the same situation as you as we're insane because we see things differently than what these stupid motherfuckers on the hill are telling people, man? I don't know. I know some people get it. I know some people will continue to get it, but it's just some of y'all out there that fucking just drive me up the wall believing that, oh my God, Donald Trump is going to save everything. I'm just like, laugh at you. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? But once again, the reason why they don't see it is because they refuse to go fucking do a little bit of research, a little bit of digging to see what I see. And the problem is that you can't get these people to do it if they don't want to, you know. And then I don't know, on top of it all, you know, you can't tell these people anything because they automatically label you as a conspiracy theorist. I'm so sick of hearing that, alright? People don't understand that word was made up by the CIA or whoever the fucking alphabet companies. I'm pretty sure it was the CIA. To make sure that anybody that was labeled that wouldn't be believed because of the fucking programming that they put on the public. I mean, straight up, man. I mean, there's fucking people who know it's fact and still use conspiracy theories. Nah, whatever. It's fucking stupid. Either way. So the virus thing and how it works, they're fudging up all the tests by putting down C19 when it shouldn't be C19. Alright? There's something else that I wanted to say. Into this whole thing, but it doesn't quite tie in. But, you know, not to mention, they have literally, that's what I wanted to say. I mean, think about this, alright? Statistics of how many people die from flu every year, or die from anything, illness, whatever, alright? Matter of fact, I don't even have to use that. Let's just use how many people die from car accidents, alright? Which I know is a lot. Now, if I were from today and for the next month, document and put every death that happens from a car accident, and I put that up front on Fox 5 News, ABC, whatever, LSD, fucking, you know, all those mainstream channels, alright? And I document every fucking death that comes from car accidents. By the end of that month, or even at the end of the week, I literally will be able to fucking say, oh my God, nobody get in their fucking cars. There's some fucking invisible car monster that as soon as you get into the car, it does something to your brain and it makes you crash, and people are dying from it. And oh my God, you guys got to be careful because you can't see it. And whatever. We're trying to come up with tests, to test to see if it's something biological or whatever. You get what I'm saying. Make up a whole fucking narrative. It's gonna freak you out because nobody is. I mean, if we documented every death period, all right, and made it headline news every fucking time, you would eventually have people going nuts, thinking that something bad is going around and is killing everyone. Is what I'm trying to convey here. And that's what's happening with this pandemic bullshit, is that they're literally documenting every single pneumonia or flu related, or even if cold and sinus infection, I don't know. They're documenting everything and they're projecting it to the forefront, and it makes it look like it's something so much more worse. But if you turn off your TV and you don't listen to these stupid ass people and you continue to live your life, all right, then it's almost as if it never existed. I mean, go, like, literally try to turn your TV off for a fucking week, or if you're not gonna turn it off, then make it a point to not once turn on shitstream news and listen to what they're saying about all this bullshit. I mean, even if you can't do that for a week, I don't know, make it fucking 3 days. I don't know, but 3 days really isn't long enough. That's why I said a week. But when you do that and you don't hear about it anymore, it's like it doesn't exist. Why? Because it doesn't exist. I know people probably be like, "Oh my God, that's such stupid logic." But no, it's really not, man. Because if there was really this so-called VIRUS and it's killing everybody, we would see death all around us. But we don't. Why? Because it's not real. Alright? I'm not saying that they haven't cultured something up in a lab that could be potentially real, but from what I've gotten out of listening to all these rogue doctors come out and speak, that it doesn't work like that. And granted, could I be really wrong? Could they be really wrong? Yeah, of course. I'm not coming to you saying that this is 100% truth, but I'm going off of my beliefs and my heart, and I'm bringing it to the table to help, I don't know, get y'all to see it, But, I don't sit here and claim that I have all the answers, because I don't. But I just wish people would open up their minds, I'm trying to think, is there anything else? And like, to go on a little bit more fringier side, you don't know, none of us know if this test is actually putting something in your body, because they're pushing that joint all the way to the back of your throat. You just don't know. And I for damn sure don't trust these people. I always said in the back of my head when I was a kid, why, like, how do we, like, this is how the world is? How, we just blindly trust a bunch of people, but then we're told by our parents not to trust strangers or go with strangers, but yeah, we're going to trust the whole world to be ran by a bunch of strangers. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make any fucking sense to you at all? Because it doesn't make any fucking sense to me at all. You know, and I don't know. I just hope, like, when I say shit like that, it gives people a different perspective and a different understanding of where I'm coming from, and maybe a better understanding of what's happening in the world, you know, because I mean, that's the truth. We're always taught not to talk to strangers, you know, and damn sure not to trust them. But yet we blindly trust these people we've never met before, and we probably will never meet ever, to run our country. And who gives a shit if, oh, well, they served in Iraq war for 50 years. Whatever, I know that doesn't make any sense. But, or they got a Purple Heart, or, you know, he's got his fucking piece of paper that says, you know, he's a certified ball scratcher, so we gotta fucking believe him. You know, and it fucking kills me. It's just like, really, guys? Really? We're gonna believe all these people because they've got papers, and they've got certain things that the government says. I mean, it's just, what kills me is that, you know, there's no difference literally in a Fortune 500 company printing out a piece of paper saying you've passed level 4 of whatever butthole training and you are now certified, you know, by fucking Dick and Balls Association, the new company, Fortune 500 company. And there's no difference in them doing that and me doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand how people don't see that shit. Like, oh man, they gave me a piece of paper, which means absolutely nothing, but it just gives you the illusion of, let me just go past them real quick, but it gives you the illusion of it having some type of value, which is exactly what happened when, you know, we gave money the value that it has, you know? But I don't know. I hope I made some sense in this video. I don't know. Always like interacting with y'all. What I want to do is, I have an app called, damn it, I don't remember what it's called. Either way, it's like an app called like Zoom, whatever, where you can get a bunch of people to join in. I guess the only other thing that I don't see is that I guess it's going to be a private thing. So, you know, it's just going to be us in there. We'll be able to talk and conversate, whatever. I would hope that you can record the actual thing so you can put it online. If anybody would be down to do that, just seriously, like, all bullshit aside, let me know, and maybe we can come up with a decent time to set this up and just trial run it. You know what I'm saying? Talk to one another about what's going on and run different ideas to each other's heads and shit like that. You know what I mean? Or, you know, we could just sit and have fucking fun and talk about, shoot the shit, you know what I mean, like we do on YouTube, Except now, you can actually talk to me, which I think would be fucking amazing. And I can see your face, you know what I mean? So, seriously, message me, leave a comment. Subscribe and like. No, you don't. I really don't care about that. Well, the likes do help, don't get me wrong, because it unburies my videos, I think. I could be wrong, but either way, leave a comment below, and let me know if you're down. I'm sure you all would be down, but I'm gonna see if I can't set that up, and maybe I'll go live tonight. Don't quote me, because every time I say that I'm gonna go live, I never do. So maybe I'll go live in a little bit, but holla at your boy.